Good morning, Badlands. My name is Bob16. Today we're watching an ESEA Open quarterfinals match. This is Every Villain is Lemons taking on Hurricane Watch, and back with another non-live match. So, yeah, just getting through. This is the last quarterfinal match I have to cast. I believe I've casted all the other ones. I think one was a forfeit, but still should be good here to go. I'll go down rosters real quick, and then we'll start it up because we don't have to wait for anybody. Over on Hurricane Watch, which will be playing blue for the first half, we're going to see Link and the Savior on Scout, Nessie and Eddie playing Soldier, Averted on Demo, and I'm going to go with Q? Q? That kind of looks like Q to me on Medic. Could be Quay. We're going with Q, though. Over on the red team, which is going to be Evil, or Every Villain is Lemons, we're seeing Mirpro and Trupo playing Scout, Reflecto and Young Lean Smoka. We can see his name there. I'm just going to probably call him Young or something like that on Soldier. Ghetto Bird playing Demo, and then Thick Fabulosa on Medic. So a bunch of hard names to pronounce. Good. Yeah, here we go. Badlands first map, of course, out of 3. We'll resume it here. Mirpo is going to be the one without a name tag as we fly around the map. First half, and this is, I believe, 2nd seed versus 10th seed, so not looking super close, but it was an upset. Hurricane Watch won their last match when they really were not expected to, so we'll see if they can pull something out like that again. Trupo is going to be coming up here, the Savior. Same. Everybody on both sides getting here about the same time as their respective counterpart. Fabulosa's pretty low already, about half health. Reflecto's coming in from the side, could be looking for something. Here comes the bomb. Eddie does get one onto Ghetto Bird. That's the first one. Fabulosa could be in a little bit of trouble now. Here comes the counter bomb. Doesn't get too much though. However, Reflecto did pick up Averted, and I think there's still somebody in behind as well on the red team. Yes, it's a 3v4 at the moment with Hurricane Watch down one member. We still seen Smoka in behind there. He could get something, but he actually ends up just dying. The Savior also following, however, and it's only 2 scouts and a medic alive on each side. Hurricane Watch, only 1 medic, and they actually get their Uber popped off. If they can get Fabulosa here, oh, they almost did, but he popped just in time. And now Trupo actually might be able to chase them down, but here comes the rest of the blue team, and when Trupo sees that, he is going to have to back off. Hopefully he wasn't too over-aggressive there. Fabulosa is actually pretty low. This could be bad. No, it does look like they are going to be able to get out and find the rest of their team. So, all right, both medics ended up surviving and using on that Uber, that mid. Evil are going to be holding mid. And Hurricane Watch with slight ad will be on seconds. Well, the ad's basically gone from building anyways, so no real advantage anymore. Reflecto and Mirpro over on the flank. So Reflecto's probably going to be roaming, as is Eddie. And both medics are just going to be trying to get to their Uber as fast as possible. Then they're going to be looking to send somebody in, get some picks, get some frags, find an opening. We're going to be looking around. Looks like Evil have chosen to rotate around through this valley. We'll see how that goes. Double Soldier Bomb onto Eddie, who does make it into that forward spawn. He was just kind of sitting in that entryway, ready to back in if need be, so he was fine there. We'll see if maybe Hurricane Watch takes some aggression. Maybe somebody bombs in. Pipes just spamming over, not getting too much damage. Oh! Smoka jumps up there and just shoots a rocket. Not really going in. Reflecto and Trupo potentially could go for something here. Reflecto's a little bit in position. He's getting buffed. Here he comes now. Going to be jumping onto the medic, but he's actually focusing the Demo Man. It looks like he got one good rocket onto him, but he did just get pistoled down by the Savior in the end. Averted also went down, however. The Demo Man, he did get picked up. That might have just been some spam. I'm not sure if he was just standing in choke, but it looks like Evil are going to take that as a form of a reason to go forward. They do pick up 2 immediately. Q still hasn't popped. Finally pops just on Nessie, and they're going to probably have to force out the red Uber as well. Yes, they do, and now they're just going to have to run away with this. That was a very bad pop. They dropped so many players, 3, and Q's not even going to survive. Does end up going down to Smoka, and they're still charging forward. Nessie also looks like he's in trouble, but looks like actually going to be able to back out there. So, all right, and Smoka's going to pay for that. Going down to the loose cannon. Averted takes him down, but still, that's going to be large Uber ad, unless he can equalize it right here. The Savior, no, can't. However, they do pick up Trupo. Eddie actually comes in and supports his scout. But still, that's going to be large Uber advantage, and they're pushing last. This is never going to be a good situation for Hurricane Watch. They did get that one frag, and that's going to allow them to get forward. This could provide some more opportunities. They're actually still pushing him off Spire. They're pushing out with this one-man advantage, and actually the air shot comes out from Nessie. Beautiful shot there. Just destroyed Smoka. Now Reflecto does jump in, however, and gets the medic. That's going to be Q going down. That's a big one as well. Nice shot comes out in chat. Absolutely. And this is going to be the red team running to last. Not many people are going to be alive. I don't think anybody's going to be able to spawn in time. That is it. The first round going in favor of Evil. Fairly back and forth, honestly. I mean, that wasn't a super roll. But definitely Evil proving to be the stronger team. I always forget to do this when we're not live. Alright, second mid-fight of the game. Sorry about that. We're just getting here. Ghetto Bird takes a lot of spam early on, but he's fine. He's back with his medic. And again, we see the red soldier looking for something. Reflecto just gonna have to back off. Eddie's up in the air looking for something. Just gets shot out of the air over. Mirpo takes him down with no casualties on their side. Does end up falling himself as he tries to go in, but here comes Reflecto looking for some sort of a frag, but just gets taken down. Oh, but from behind, Smoka, he's on averted, does pick him down. That's a big pick onto the demo man, but he just fell for it as well. Again, both medics staying alive through that. And Hurricane Watch once again win the mid. Well, I guess they didn't win the mid last time, did they? They didn't really end with it. Still, though, they're now exchanging Uber charges here on second on the ground. Q's having to flash a lot of people. Nessie actually drops in that. Now Q's kind of a little bit alone, but he does have two scouts up, keeping the pressure on, so he's not in too much trouble. He's fine for now. Trupo actually looks like he could come out with a scout pair and medic. Oh, the whole combo's coming out here to contest Spire. Jumping up in the air, the soldier. Eddie's looking for something, but he just ends up dying for this, but that does allow his team to come in. Q picks up one, as well as the Savior, but Savior and Q are both going to fall for it. That's the med pick, too. Reflecto does a great job finishing off that medic, but, of course, there goes the medic for Evil as well, and it's demo v demo at the moment. But the soldiers are both going to bomb in and save Ghetto Bird. He kind of looked like he was losing that. It's only Nessie alive for his team, and I think he's probably just going to run out. He's going to be engaging trades for Reflecto, 1-for-1. And everybody, I think, died at some point in that. Maybe not all of Evil, but still, they are going to have to hold a little bit passive here on Spire. They're not really going to be able to push out anytime soon. They have slight ad, but looks like they are going to be pushing off of it. It's a 5v5 at the moment. Respawns just came in from both sides. And Hurricane Watch is just going to give this up. They don't want any of this. They're at a bit of a disadvantage Uber-wise. And it was a 5v5, so fair enough. Evil are still going to be potentially looking to roll this into some more points. It's yet to be seen, though. However, they're just reaching their Uber now, and it's a fairly sizable advantage. If they push right away, 20%, they could maybe get something with that, but it'd definitely be risky, and it doesn't look like that's what they want to do, is they're not pushing forward, at least right now. However, they do appear to be going down into Valley again. I think this is going to be the same play they had last time they buffed their two soldiers. We see Scout Mirpro as well up here. Yeah, this is the exact same thing they did last time. Eddie's still just sitting in that forward spawn. They're not finding much. They're just going to bomb back. So that's something they've tried a couple times now, and Eddie's generally the only person there, and he's been pretty good at staying passive and not dying to it, so it's good by him. Loose Cannon still being played by the blue demo man averted. As he's coming back for buffs. And again, people just kind of trading blows. Nobody taking the aggression just yet. Could be looking for it somewhere, though. Just waiting for someone to decide to go in. Looks like they could be doing this sort of double bomb in again. Nobody's really there, however, at all, except for Eddie, who's just standing in the same position. The Savior's here, but he's not really in that bomb position. Reflecto's gonna, mess up his jump and actually have to get out. He might pay for his life. He ended up dying to Eddie, who hit that really nice shot. So he messed up his jump. He tried to go behind, and then he tried to bail, but great job by the soldier, Eddie, to end up able to stop that. And it looks like here they come, popping the Uber charge off with that one-man advantage. They're going to be trying to get somebody, but they It looks like red team has to flash a lot. They did have the poor Uber, but we'll see who ends up expiring first. This is going to be the blue teams. Now there's kind of chaos all over the place. Bunch of people going down for the red team. They've lost 2 already, and Fabuloso is a little bit out of position as well. Does have Reflecto in front of him and takes some damage. Meanwhile, in the bottom, Link and Eddie both just went down, and Trupo is going to be coming up to join this fight. Looks for something. Reflecto does end up dying. Fabuloso still alive. Q did die in that just to Reflecto just now, and Nessie, last person alive, is going to be dying there. I guess Averted never died, but he was way out of that, so he's gonna probably just get the... Yeah, he's gonna take the back spawn. Okay. So that's Spire once again going in favor of Evil in the same situation where they're pushing a last full Uber charge. Well, not full, but huge ad at least. Link's on Engineer. I don't really know if he has time for Engineer. If Evil pushed right away, we'll see. Could prove me wrong. He's not on Jeg though. They're buffing everybody up. They can basically go whenever they want as long as they don't wait too long. Here they go, leading on the demo it looks like, and the gun is level 2, so that's going to be doing something, but the Savior's up on Pyro, and he's actually stuffing them fairly well. Ghetto Bird's a little bit alone here. He picked up the sentry gun, but that was about it. A couple more frags went down at least for Evil's side, but they're losing a lot of players as well. It's a 3-on-4 at the moment, and blue team are all on the ground. They don't really have the position advantage. Mirpro is also in a pistol fight, but he ends up losing it. Trupo got Nessie somewhere, but the scout's running on point. He just is dead on by the demo, and now they're just running away the few players that are left. Actually, I don't think anybody was left. I think they all ended up dying. So huge ad now for Q and his team as they're going to be probably pushing out onto Spire. Link is at least. He's up here and there's nobody else really. Finally, the rest of his team are joining him. So just going to be getting Uber charged now, Q. That's about a 50% ad. That's really something you can work with. I would expect to see them come in and take mid, but we'll see. If they have to pop for it, this could be bad if they just take the point and then no longer have Uber advantage. And doesn't look like Evil really want to give this up without a fight. Fabuloso's standing back pretty far. Already at 80% though, however. Hurricane Watch are taking their time, and I'm not really sure I agree with this. They had 50% ad. I don't think they realized how big of an advantage they had or what, but already 100% now on Evil, so looks like they're not pushing with that. Alright, well, we'll see if that turns out to be the right move. It definitely was the safe, and here we go. I think this is the same kind of bomb that we've been seeing, the double bomb by both the soldiers, but again, all they ever find is Eddie, and he's always able to get back in there. Reflecto doesn't mess up his jump this time. Eddie's looking to chase once again, but he finds Mirpro in the medic, and he's got to back off. Reflecto is still in behind, however, so they should know he's back there. Eddie's going to jump up and potentially go looking for him. I think he is. Reflecto's all the way back down here, however. He's jumping up onto Spire. They're going to know he's there, and we'll see what he can do with this bomb. He's way up in the air. Taken down by Eddie. Oh, my God. Nessie also fell in that to Mirpro over on the flank, but wow. I'm not sure if that was... I think that was a huge air shot way up in the air. Hurricane Watch, they're hitting these shots, that's for sure. Spamming again, just some back and forth, and I think we're about to see the same. Oh no, they're actually walking through house this time. I think they kind of want to pop. Yes, the pop is just going to instantly come up, but they're getting pushed back by these double donks. Finally, now we're going to see Smoker jumping in, forcing the Uber out of Q. Shoot him out of the air. Link does a good job there, but they've already lost one, and this has not been a great push from Evil. Here comes Eddie in from the flank. They didn't really see him, but Trooper was able to make him crater either way, and I think Red Team will maybe just have to get out here. Oh, but there goes Q. So does Averted and Nessie. They're losing a lot of players, but there's only 3 alive, and Fabuloso is very low. It's only the 2 scouts, but Savior's extremely low, and he's the only person alive as Trupo takes down Link. He's just going to be running away, but even some chip shots could end up killing him. Yeah, across the map, Trupo does hit that, so... That's again going to be Spire going in favor of Evil. I think they just have the better DM or coordination or something, because even when Hurricane Watch have a slight advantage, they're not winning these fights. I think this is a problem. This is the difference you see between the 2nd and 10th seed. This was never going to be an easy match for Hurricane Watch, but I still think they have potential to come back in this. We'll see. Smoko looks like he wants to come in. They have huge Uber advantage, as they generally do when pushing these last, the way these games have turned out. No, I guess the Engineer and Pyro again coming out. Link is hiding here. Level 2 sentry gun shot Ghetto Bird under, and they're going to be popping this off, focusing on the sentry gun, take it down very easily, but Link drops down on the Pyro to try to do something. He's just going to get shot down by Ghetto Bird, actually does pick him up, and Q also gets shot by the soldier, and now this isn't looking too great. There's only 2 blue players alive. Sticky's on the point, but Averted can't make it there in time. That's going to be it. Everybody on the point, 2-0 now. Evil are playing so well this game, constantly outplaying Hurricane Watch, and here we come, third round, potentially the last of the half. We'll see if Hurricane Watch can pull something back here, because they're not really winning these fights. They won the last mid, I guess, but other than that, really not. Here they come, Soldier. Reflecto, very aggressive, gets Q right off the bat, and gonna fall for that, but they pick up the medic as well. There's already only 2 players alive for Hurricane Watch. Only the Savior finds a lot of players, but he's just getting sandwiched. Trupo picked up a 2K in that, and that's a full wipe. They did get Fabulosa halfway through that, so they're not going to be at an uber disadvantage, but they actually might be at a player disadvantage if Smoka... Oh, he's going to hide up here. I don't really know if Hurricane Watch are going to push out that far, however. It's a bit of a forward spot. He agrees. He's going to jump down there. As Eddie's... This is probably as far as he's ever going to go while they're holding this last. Engineer again. We'll see if Link goes to Pyro as he has been. He kind of wants to build right now, though. They need to build as fast as they can, because if they don't build an Evil do, they're going to push with Ad, and that's not going to be good for them. First time we see a stalemate on last where one team does not have advantage. So we'll see how Evil play this when they have the opportunity to take it slow. Do they send in a sack? Do they just push with even Ubers? I don't know. The dispenser is going up in the door as well. Doesn't look like they're sticking on the Pyro. It wasn't really working out for them, so I think I agree with Link staying on Scout. Oh no, the drop! Averted with the sticky trap, gets Fabulosa. Oh, right in there. Didn't see that trap at all, and this is going to be so bad for Evil. This could be the turning point. However, Averted goes down for that, but they take down Smoka. Here comes the pop. As long as nobody backcaps, Trupo's looking for it, and I think Reflecto is also... Oh no, Reflecto's waiting for a kill. Trupo is the one waiting for the backcap, and he is in a 1v1 against Eddie. This is it for the final thing, and Eddie's losing a lot. He's standing on the point. No! Oh, but they're capping it up. Who's going to cap faster? Oh, they do cap Spire. Just in time. The Badlands change. It's happening. That wouldn't happen on old Badlands. Still though, Q does end up dying to Smoka, so it's not all bad. He was hiding as well. Trupo coming out from behind. Doesn't look like he's going to get much. Very low. Does end up being taken down by the Savior, so close on that. He can't be happy about that, but that's how the game goes now that they've changed the last cap time on Badlands, and we're going to see large ad for Evil, though, so it's not all bad. Of course, Q did go down, we saw, so they could easily push this in, and if they don't have to pop for this, they'll have ad pushing last as well. Here they go, 100%. We'll see if they use here. That'll be interesting. They'll probably get the point, but can Hurricane Watch force them? That's the question now as they're pushing in. Fabulosa's pretty low. He's trying to avoid spam the best he can, but here comes the bomb from Eddie, and he's going to get him. Yeah, it does get the force off. That's what he needed. He dies for it, but as long as they can get a couple more frags, which they are, here they come, the Scouts, doing some great work. They're going to cap Spire. Maybe not even, as the Scout is in. Both of them does end up getting taken down by Ghetto Bird, however. So, Q also died. Oh, man, I didn't see the Q died. That's not good. They're going to be at a disadvantage either way then. I feel like Q's dying a lot in this, and that just can't be happening. They're always at an uber disadvantage when these last pushes happen, and Evil have yet to fail a last push where they have uber ads, so this is not looking good for Hurricane Watch. They once again have the Pyro and Engineer. I wonder if they only use the Pyro when they're at uber disadvantage. That could be their strategy. We'll see how Evil push it. They've liked pushing under. That's how they've done it the last 2 times, although Fabulosa did get dropped by one of them. They're going to be pushing in right into on Sentry Gun. It is level 3, but going to be taken down fairly easily by Reflecto. Just getting on the point immediately. Trupo's baiting those stickies does a good job. Links out with the Pyro. Actually, it's a flare onto a Ghetto Bird, and he gets taken down in the end by Avast. Now here comes Reflecto's jumping up onto the Demo Man. He probably isn't going to survive this Avast, but Nessie's coming in. They're focusing the point, but they're just standing on it. Not going to happen for him as everybody just dies in the end, and that's a 3-0 half. Hurricane Watch not going well for them. They're going to switch sides, but man, they can't be happy about that half. Obviously, they weren't expected to win, but I think they had a fairly good chance. They weren't expected to win their last match either, and they narrowly pulled that out. Every Villainous Lemons also dropped a map last round to a team they were expected to roll right over, so this one was a little bit unsure, a little shaky. I think they've been playing it really well, though. They just are winning these fights, and they're winning them really well. They're always keeping their meta alive. I want to see just, like, stats. I don't think I can see stats for just the half. I could go look up stats for the whole map, but I'm not going to do that until after, at least. But I want to know how many more deaths Q has compared to Fabuloso. He's died a couple times, for sure, Fabulosa. I don't know what I've been calling him. I think it's been more or less the right name, though. Near post, Smoka. Ghetto Bird. Their tag is hard because it goes right from the tag into the letters. There's no underscore or anything separating it. Like, they have a space. Hurricane Watch. Them is just evil. I don't know why there's lots of E's either. Maybe because the evil tag was already taken. Probably. So we'll see what changes Hurricane Watch can make. I mean, it's not going to be easy coming back from this. They do have another map if they fail with this one. 2 more maps, I suppose. If they win the first one after this, they could go on and win the next one. They have to if they want to win. But it's going to be a tall order. That wasn't even really that short of a round. It was like almost 20 minutes, I guess. You know, it's not the longest round we've seen, but it's not the shortest, I suppose. So, really, they just need to step it up in some way, shape, or form. Because at the moment, they're just losing these fights and not keeping their meta alive. I think those are the 2 big issues. Because they're doing okay on mid. I think they generally get a lot of frags, and they've won it a couple times at least. But I think every Villainous Lemons definitely have the confidence factor. They have seemingly the better DM, and they're winning these fights just out of pure, we're kind of better than you mentality, and that's something that Hurricane Watch can break out of. I mean, as long as they kind of get their confidence back, I think they can still win this, but it's going to be so tough. They need to keep their morale up for this. They need to make sure that they don't just crumble at this point, because this is where they would. If they're going to, like, lose morale and crumble, no, that's not where you need to be headed at this point. This is where the big coach speech has to come out, where everybody gets inspired again and they come out and they win it 5-3 or 5-4. It's happened before. On Badlands, actually. I casted a match where the same thing happened. Team went down 0-3. Was looking really bad for them, but they had a big inspirational speech, and they came back, won it 5-4. I think it was Flight of the Vegetables versus Dana to Cry right on this map, and it was really entertaining. I hope the same thing will happen in this match. I don't actually remember the score, so this is, because I did see it. I'm casting in post. I know what the score was, but I seem to have forgotten it. I only, like, glanced at it. I didn't memorize it or anything. So I honestly do not know how this match is going to go from here on out. Pretty sure some team's going to win, though. One or the other team is probably going to win the map. That's my prediction. And then we're probably going to go onto Metalworks. If I had to predict, I would say every Villainous Lemons. Winner of this is going to go on to take Malicious Activity in the semifinals. I think that'll be a very good match. I should be able to cast that one live, I believe. It'll be tomorrow. So that should be exciting. Coming out now. Evil, which is every Villainous Lemons, take on Hurricane Watch. Matches live. Second half, Badlands, the first map in the ESEA Open, Season 22, quarterfinals. Coming up to the first mid-fight of the half. 3-0 so far. Every villain is Lemon's lead. They're in blue. Coming to the mid now. See who manages to get the first frag. Who gets aggressive? Everybody playing it fairly passive at the moment. However, Reflecto's jumping in here. Averted got Limpro, and Q did go down to Reflecto, who was just walking in. And now we're going to see if they can get the same frag. Fabulosa's pretty low, but all of red players just getting destroyed. Now the Savior gets piped, and there's only 2 alive. Another pipe comes out of Ghetto Bird, and it's only Link. He's going to do his best to do something. He actually picks up Ghetto Bird. Averted is still in this as well, and there's not a lot of blue players live. He's spamming these stickies, but now he's got a scout on him. That's not going to work. He ends up just going down to Trupo, who got a 3K that mid. Q is the only player alive as he just spawns a couple of friends. They're probably just going to have to hold last. I don't even think they're going to push out of this. They already have the Savior up on Engineer. So Hurricane Watch, this isn't what they need. They keep losing these fights. And once again, this is going to be a free second point for Evil as they're going to be pushing last with full ad. Savior on Engineer, Link on Pyro. Was it always Savior on Scout? It might have been. It might have been. But he's going to be building up a gun now. It is level 3, so same spot. It seems to get spammed out pretty easily, at least when they pushed through right last time. So anytime Evil wants, it's already 75% for Hurricane Watchers are charging in now. Leading on the demo, takes down the sentry gun fairly quickly. Savior already switching off to Scout, and we see Reflecto standing on the point, gonna get taken down by the sticky trap, and now they're all collapsing onto this. This is the fight now. Hurricane Watch needs to stay alive, but they're just losing a lot of players. They lost 2. There goes Q as well, down to Mir Pro, and now he's got the pistol out. That's gonna be it. 4-0 for every villainous Lemons, and they're just dominating this match round after round. Hurricane Watch cannot gain their footing. This is potentially the final one. If they lose this, then they've got a tall order ahead of them. They're going to have to go on to win 2 more maps in a row. Here we go. Spamming the stickies now. Tripo's running up. Averted actually took a lot of damage really early. The Savior's going underneath right as the double soldier bombs coming out of the red team Hurricane Watch. This could actually go well for them. They got down Trupo, but they lost a couple as well. Fabulosa did finally end up dying. And, you know, Q's still alive, which is really good. Reflecto is still on this point, but he's very low. Does end up being taken down by Averted, and it's only Mir Pro. He's standing on the point in a 1v1 against Link, but Link has a lot more health than he does, and he pistols him down fairly easily. And finally, Hurricane Watch. This could be it. They won the mid. They kept their meta alive. Trupo's on Sniper. Doesn't want to stick with it, though. Fair enough. Haven't seen any sniper or spy plays so far. Or heavy. Engineer and Pyro has been the only off-classes we've seen coming out of Hurricane Watch. And Mir Pro's bringing the NG out once again. Being built right outside of spawn. Colorful sticky trap on this entrance. Not sure if that's going to get anybody. Hopefully they'll have Ubered before then for their sake. But it's already almost 90%. They really need to go if they want to push with ad. And they already have. They're popping forward now, but they don't really have advantage at this point. And they drop Link in the Uber as well. This is going so bad for them. They take down the dispenser, I suppose. But now the blue team's charging forward with their Uber, and they're going to get a lot. They get Reflector right off the bat. I mean, they lose him. Nessie goes down, but he's Trupo going to clean up the dome, man. They're onto Averted, and this push is going so poorly. He's on the point, though. The Savior won the frag. Oh, he does it. Takes down Mirpo in the 1v1. And the Savior just flanked around and won that last push for his team. That was going so poorly for them, but Hurricane Watch get their first point on the board. Down 4-1. Could this be the comeback? Maybe. Maybe. They need to come out. They need to do the exact same thing they did last time. They need to win this mid. They need to keep their meta alive. Here they go. Eddie, now Nessie. Also on the medic. Fabulosa goes down very quickly to the Savior, but Q also drops. That's not good, and they only have 3 players alive. Hurricane Watch, they're so low. It's only the Savior and Nessie's not in a good spot. The Savior picks up some health, and he's coming back in, but no, just going to be taken down by Smoka, and it's only Nessie with 5 HP. Still just running around with the escape plan. Ends up trading for Reflecto. That's probably the best he was going to get there. And even Ubers now, so they're not going to be holding last with full disadvantage. Trupo and Link here up on the Spire in the 1v1. Trupo's going to back off, but No, he's going to find his medic. He almost went down, though, however. Ghetto Bird a little bit over-aggressive as Averta picks him up. His team wasn't there with them, and now they're going to be actually able to securely hold this second. They might even push into this, although Fabuloso seems to have built a pretty sizable Uber advantage. Here come the double soldier, Eddie, and his partner coming in now looking for some frags, and they're chasing the medic, but he's not going to do anything. Eddie going to go down to Mirpro, and Nessie potentially looking for something. A counter bomb coming out from Reflecto, however, and he's looking for something. No, just going to get shot down by the Savior. Pretty low himself, and they cap up that point. Evil have 20% ad, slowly dwindling. I don't think they realize it, because I believe that was just a ad that was built. Reflecto currently down. Hurricane Watch could take this maybe in the 5v6, but they're opting to play it passive. They've done this a couple times where they just don't seem confident enough to push in even when they have advantage. I think that is just because Evil is a higher rated team. Arguably the better team. I guess we'll find out today. Eddie poking a little bit. He seems to be looking for something. Reason to go in. Savior is just watching this flank. I'll be interested to see who makes the first move here. So they're spamming forward again. Nobody really looking to make this. Savior looks like he could potentially come in here. He's just kind of on these beams. Dancing around. Goes back for a buff though. Over at Choke again, we see these sticky traps. Actually, no sticky trap from Red that I can see. It's probably somewhere sneaky, because he's not spamming with stickies. Here comes Eddie and both the soldiers, actually. Eddie gets shut down. Nessie was kind of in that, but not really. That was basically a sack from Eddie. So we'll see how Evil retaliate. I think they kind of just want to push the 5v6. That appears to be what they're doing. Here comes the pop out of the blue team. Counter pop instantly coming over the red team. They lose Ghetto Bird right off the bat, and this is not going well for their push. None of their team really came in with that, and now it looks like they're just kind of going to be looking at a reset. Ghetto Bird's down. It's still a 5v6. Savior could potentially push in with this, and it looks like the rest of the team are pushing forward. Link ended up going down to Trupo, and this could be bad. Kyo's a little bit in a bad position, but his team is doing some work. Smoka and Trupo both went down. No, but from behind, Mirpo does come in and take him down right before Averted cleans him up, so that's going to be Spire going in favor of Hurricane Watch. Maybe not even, actually, as they're all in, but Eddie's in behind. He's on Reflecto. Could he get this frag? Does get it right as he walks in the Shedder, and Ghetto Bird actually able to hit a nice pipe there. He's very low. I didn't think he was going to win that, but ends up taking down Eddie either way. So Hurricane Watch, huge Uber disadvantage, but they do have second. How will they play this one? They're at large Uber disadvantage. Eddie's on Spy. Okay, first spy play of the game. We'll see how it goes. He's walking in now. All of Hurricane Watch playing fairly passively, except for their spy. Could he be going for the back cap? I'm assuming they think that Evil's going to push out, but Evil are not pushing off this Uber ad. They think there's a spy, though. That Pyro is spamming around. How would they know? Oh, they probably checked with their own spy. That's probably how they know. So Eddie's got to be very aware that they know. Yeah, looks like Hurricane Watch didn't push off that. Or, not Hurricane Watch. Evil didn't push off that ad. That's very strange. I wonder if they just weren't keeping track, or what? Eddie's in a bit of a tough spot now, because they did check for a spy. They used their own spy, I'm assuming. He's constantly having to run away. He took a little bit of damage, so he does get caught out by the Pyro, and that's not a fight that he's ever going to win. Trupo M1s him down. And Evil could push out off that. I mean, that is a pick. Smoke is taking a lot, though, and he's kind of just getting juggled. Probably not. It doesn't look like Sticky's Burdette on the red team. Didn't get anyone there. Kind of looking below. Full strength once again, and now Reflecto's on Spy. Trupo's on Sniper. Reflecto's just checking to see what he's coming up on, I think. But Trupo on Sniper. This could be interesting. He's looking at Nessie. They're baiting. They're tempting him a lot. They have the engineer as well. Mirpo. Link looks like he wants to go in. Here he comes, standing on the point. Probably not going to get anything, but actually, are they going to push off that? They got a lot of point time. Looks like they are going to pop off on that. 5v6. I'm not sure I agree with this. The sentry gun's being spammed, but it's being healed up again. Trupo's coming down on heavy, and he's doing such a good job defending this point. Here comes Eddie looking for the point, but he's not going to get it. Savior is under, but he's going to get caught out by the engineer. Heavy ends up cleaning it up, and it's only Link alive. I think that was a respawn as well. Yeah, he was the one who initially charged for that point. He might even fall a second time in this push. No, he's backing off. I think they tried to play point, but just really wasn't working. The engineer was healing his gun from inside spawn, and then the heavy dropped down. That was just never going to work for Hurricane Watch. They needed a better tactic to take down that gun. They were only spamming it with one soldier. They needed something. They needed to not push 5v6. They had a lot of point time. They wanted to play that point, but then a heavy dropped down onto it. And at that point, really, what are you going to do? I mean, really hard to push into something like that. So again, we're back to this sort of main hold. Again, Evil not pushing off this advantage. I wonder if it's because they don't realize they have it. They should though, right? Because Fabulosa didn't die, but Q did. Well, they didn't push off of it, so I guess not. Now we're going to see this sort of stalemate out again. Generally what we've seen off of this is one of Hurricane Watch bombs in, they don't get anything, and then Evil push 5v6. But we'll see how it goes for this time. Nessie looks like he wants to jump. He's just doing a lot of good spam. He's getting a lot of room, honestly. Evil are all playing pretty passively. They kind of look like they want to go in through house, but no, they're backing up again. Claiming their former ground. Mirpro's just hanging around the combo. Looking for a spy. There is no spy, though. Looks like they kind of just want to go in. I don't know. Here comes the bomb from Eddie. Actually drops him. Fabulosa goes down. A beautiful bomb by Eddie, and the distraction from his team as well. Ends up dropping the medic, and now Hurricane Watch have a chance to score another point. They're charging forward. Ghetto Bird's going to try to get up, but the backup is actually happening. Oh no, this is so good. All of Evil just wrapped around, and they're going to have to come back to try to fight this. All of Red Team... Oh no, he gets shot down in the air. Averted's doing so much work with the pipes, but still they cap it up, and now they're running to second. They're going to try to cap this up, but this is just a goose chase. Triple's already up on Spire. Eddie's going to be there to possibly contest this. He's coming up now, and yeah, he's not going to be able to run all the way to last as they cap mid up. Oh, I guess Mirpro's still here as well. He's in a 1v2, and he takes down Eddie. It's just him versus Averted, and he's fairly decent on health. He's 67. Averted decides he doesn't want to waste his time with that as the rest of his team is capping up his own Spire. So we'll have to see. I mean, they technically are 2 up at the moment. 2-man advantage. Mirpro is still way in behind. Oh, he did take the back spawn. Okay. So Mirpro took the back spawn. Now on Engineer. And huge ad for Q. 50%. Triples on Sniper. Here they come. Popping that Uber charge off. Leading on a Scout. So charging that Sentry Gun. But again, it's just getting healed back up. And they wasted a lot of the Uber on it. They're not really getting much with this. They've only lost a couple. Smoka finally goes down. But they lose their medic as well. That Uber charge was just doing nothing. This Engineer. Eddie looking to hide. But I don't think he's got a great spot. He actually, yeah, gets found by Mirpro. And what a terrible push that ended up being. Sentry Gun's just been working so well on these defenses when you can just hide and spawn and continue healing it. I mean, it's never going to die if you're just spamming it with 1 or 2 classes. At that point, you really need to bring in like a demo or a couple of soldiers because it's really, really tough to take down. Nessie actually gets aggressed on by Trupo and goes down. Link potentially looking for the same fate. Reflecto picks up the Savior on the flank, and Evil are just coming in and take this. However, Eddie's in. And they got Ghetto Bird, but both medics are still alive. Not a lot of Hurricane Watch are. They're only 3 up at the moment. Q needs to get out of here. If he takes too much spam, that would be very bad, but he gets the pack. He's still got a Scout and a demo on him. They're going to have to give up Spire as Evil have full ad. They push very fast. Oh no, the sticky trap and the pop. Oh, he tried to pop to save his demo's life, but he just completely failed. Reflecto, the pocket soldier, does die there. Oh, again, another terrible Uber. Trupo goes down. And yeah, they're just going to be able to cap us back up unless the back cap. The back cap, they're expecting it, but Smoke is on the point. Does end up trading. There's still one back there. No. Whew, that was almost disastrous. They're still going for these back caps. A couple of players. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Ghetto Bird's still on second, however. Averted's going to jump this up. Just miss him. Players scattered all over the place. Q's alone. You better hope he finds a friendly before an enemy. Still alone. Not healing through all of this. He could have by now. Evil should know that as they're jumping him. Oh my god, so many players just jumped him up in the air. Trupo does take him down. Q, he was in the 90s. If he had been healing for that, he would have had, and he wouldn't have been able to die there. But so unfortunate. Link also going to be dying to a Ghetto Bird as he dies to Stickies. Reflecto potentially going for last, but they still have second. Eddie's going to be jumping forward, but he doesn't have a lot of health. Just got shot out of the air. They're still suiciding for Fabulosa. He's so low. These pipes, but he's surviving. He is going to live. Averted. Didn't commit fully to that. I think that's the right call. Way too many people went for that med pick and didn't get it onto Hurricane Watch. They have 6 seconds on these respawns. I don't know. Evil could just push with this if they really wanted, but it's a little bit too late. They are going to get the spawns, so. Averted and Link both going to fall, however. No, they could definitely push. I bet you they are. They're coming in through the bottom right here, and they're just going to stand on point. Trupo is on it, but the Savior is as well. And now the Ubercharge is going to get popped off. Q again, just in this awkward position where he could get spammed out and killed, but the Demo's on the point. Nobody's stopping him right now. The medic doesn't walk to point, and that is it. 5-1 in the first map. Hurricane Watch end up winning that. Losing that, rather. So every villain is lemons. There's 1 or 2 more maps, however, though. And we can still watch those. So we'll load it up right here. And this is going to be Metalworks as Hurricane Watch are down 1-0 in the best of 3 game series. Every villain is lemons. They were the favorite. Proving their dominance. They're playing really, really well. And we'll try to get on the guy we were on last time. Mir Pro. Match is live. We go to the first Metalworks mid of the game. Hurricane Watch down a map. They need to win 2 maps in a row in order to not be knocked out of playoffs. $200 potentially on the line. That's the minimum amount you can get if you win this game. If you lose it, then you get nothing. Q already a little bit low. Fabulosa also, however. Here comes the Eddie bomb. Got him so low, but he didn't able to connect. A couple more players throwing their bodies. There they go. Nessie finally manages to land these rockets. Q, however, also went down to Lean Smoka, so both medics died for that, and it's a 3v3 at the moment. Link and Averted both going to go down. It's only the Savior. We'll see what he can do. He just got a pack. He's actually getting a lot of good damage on the Demo, but not enough. Mirpo and Ghetto Bird are both extremely low. But he wasn't able to connect shots on either of them, so that's going to be Evil winning it with 2 scouts and a Demo. Hurricane Watch can probably hold their second, though. They're not too big of an Uber disadvantage, so they should be fine to hold this. Eddie's peeking forward. He sees Reflecto way back. And I'm probably just going to see both medics building as fast as they can. Then we might see some sacks. You might see Evil push with their 10 to 15% ad. And it'll be tough to say. Metalworks is it's an interesting map. Only played in NA. And Reflecto's going to be kind of bombing in here. I think he wants to. Eddie's going to jump away, however. And Reflecto's just going to back off. The Savior now in to kind of hold this flank down. There's the bomb. Reflecto's coming in. Killed by the Savior. Didn't get too much damage onto Q either. Eddie looks for something, but decides he doesn't want it. I wonder if Hurricane Watch will put in the counter sack. The Savior could go in. But most of them are kind of under here. Nessie's going to be bombing up now. He did have that buff, and he's on Mirpro. Mirpro dodging around, actually. Fairly decent on health, but the pop came out from the blue team. I think they got forced. They're going to be charging forward with this if they can. Mirpro gonna get annihilated, however. He didn't have the Uber Charge on him, and this is very good for the Hurricane Watch. Now, here comes the Uber Charge onto Ghetto Bird immediately. Are gonna be taking him down. It's leading on Link. They're charging forward against the combo. It's only the Soldier Smoko with him, and Fabuloso does end up dying there. Both escape plans are out. Does end up being Eddie to go down in that. And Lean Smoke is still alive. He actually is on Q. Q gonna have to back off here, but it's not really over. He's back with the scouts. Alright, he's fine. I was worried that Lean Smoke was going to be able to kill Q there, but didn't end up happening. Small ad for Q. Q dies though, no. Smoka does pick him up, dies for it, but man, Savior gets down as well. Nessie, Link, everybody. Why are they just all falling here? They went into second, but they couldn't make it happen. They lost so many players early, and now the Demo Man averted probably going to go down as well as Mirpro just pressures him. And it's only Eddie alive. Where is he? He's all the way back here. He was waiting for somebody, but nobody showed up. Here he comes, bombing the point onto some players, gets Trupo. Not much else as Mirpro does take him down. Fabuloso got pretty low. Fabulosa. Here comes Reflecto now, jumping up, landing on the boxes. Here comes the counter bomb from Nessie, actually on the medic. Does get the force off, so this is big. They're going to be at a huge Uber ad if they can manage to not die. The Q. Full health at the moment, jumping around, finds his Demo Man. And they got 2 onto Hurricane Watch. Nessie for sure going to spawn. They could push with this. I don't think they will. I think they're going to not push off that one-man ad. Considering that Uber disadvantage, and Q is at 93. So we'll see if this is the push in that they need. Looks like it's going to be a solo onto Nessie, however. Link's in here too. He'll probably take a little bit of it. They're jumping forward, but most of Evil were pretty passive. Shoots him up in the air now. Smoka trying to run away. Not going to happen, says Link, as they're still looking for more, actually. The Uber charge is getting popped off from Fabulosa onto Trupo, but they're getting juggled in that doorway. Gonna just make it through. Onto a couple of players. Gets averted. Q's a little bit alone, though. He's actually got a scout down below him. He almost falls into him. Trupo pretty low, however. He was fighting another scout with him. And this could be bad. Q still just barely alive. Fabuloso also. Here comes Smoka, however. He gets the air shot onto the scout. He now needs to kill Q. Oh, he does do it. And now we're going to see Eddie try to do the same. But he manages to only kill Smoka before dying himself. 2 players alive on Hurricane Watch. And this isn't going too great for them. I think they kind of need to back out, though. Well, they kind of look like they're going to back out. I guess they only have 2 players here. But Hurricane Watch are not in a position to push. Instead, they've got Savior building up a gun. Link playing Engineer. I think this is the first sniper we've seen come out of Hurricane Watch. Link's generally been playing a Pyro or a Scout on these last holds. He's looking for something. Didn't take it, though. He had a fairly large window. Didn't see the medic, I suppose. He has now with Ad. Not risking the sniper. Pops before he's even in the sight line. Level 2 sentry gun. Gonna get taken down fairly low, fairly early. But Ghetto Bird also had to die when focusing that down. Eddie's gonna be bombing this point, but he dies fairly quickly here. Fabulosa goes down, so if this push doesn't go well, which it really doesn't look like, they're gonna be in a bit of trouble. They're losing a lot of players, but Trupo's on the point! No, he was so low! Everybody was distracted. They were for sure gonna lose that, but Trupo just ran onto the point. Oh no, Hurricane Watch down 1-0 early. Man, it's gotta suck for Hurricane Watch. They were really winning. It was a 3v1, and everybody just turned their focus onto somebody who wasn't Trupo, and he ran onto the point. Second mid-fight now coming out here. Ghetto Bird a little bit faster, I think. Here comes Nessie now. Potentially looking for a bomb. There goes the Reflecto bomb onto the red combo. They get Q immediately, and they get Avast and Eddie as well. Here they come now. Savior and Link, only players alive for the team. They actually need to kill 3. But Savior dies. It's only Link. He's kind of just running around. Averted. What have I been calling him? Have I been calling him Averted? Demo Man? I don't know. Link's way in behind. Could get a couple of the spawners. Smoker Waiting for his medic. He's on Fabuloso, though. He's landing the shots. He does do it. Link, great play to just run back there. Manages to kill the medic. Gonna give his team huge Uber advantage. No, I think I've been calling him averted. Mostly. They're coming in now. Trupo looks a little bit out of position. He actually finds a scout in a 1v1. He's super low. Gonna be able to back off with his life, though. The aggression's starting to come out of Hurricane Watch. They're just pushing forward onto this midpoint. Evil look to give it up. Unless Reflecto's got some funny business in mind. But no, he's all the way back already. They are at Uber disadvantage, so they don't really want to fight this. I guess they don't really know that Q doesn't have yet, but now he does. And only 29% onto Fabuloso. Oh, Reflecto's hiding. He's on averted. Picks him up, and now he's going to be jumping up. The pop has already come out from Q, and they're just focusing forward. They're going to ignore the guy behind for a little bit as Link does pick him up, so no need to worry. Ghetto Bird's coming in now. Potentially could get something here as Nessie's a little bit too forward for his team. And here come the rest of them. Evil are just pushing after this Uber fight. Nessie's a little bit alone, does fall. The Savior picks up one, however, though, and looks like they're probably going to be able to hold on to this point. Link's looking for something, but he's so low. Maybe not. The Savior potentially could go in here. I think he should probably just back off with his medic. Q needs to leave at least for sure, and Savior was a little bit unsure of himself. He ended up just dying. Trupo potentially still chasing. He's going to be going through. But averted on the ball, able to protect this medic. Eddie did go down. Now we're going to see Hurricane Watch here on this midpoint. Trying to defend. They have somewhat of an advantage, 15%. Evil don't really look like they want to push into this anymore. They almost did, but they're going back to their own second. They're up 1-0. They can kind of afford to take things slowly. Both teams can. It's still early in the game. Averted setting those straps. Here comes the bomb in from Nessie now, looking for something. Gets kind of low, though, and doesn't really find many. Savior does go down, and both Ubercharges are going to get exchanged as Nessie does fall as well. Ed goes down. So many players have gone down for Hurricane Watch, only getting Smoka in return. They have to run away. Only a Scout and Demo and Medic. Ghetto Bird's fairly low, but he's alright. Fabuloso did die at the very tail end of that, so they're going to be a huge ad for Q. Trupo potentially looking for something, but deciding it's better to back off. What's the sad gonna be? It's gonna be something like 30, 35. Nah, 35, yeah. So that's gonna be Hurricane Watch taking the point. Gonna be pushing last with slight advantage. If they're slow about it, Fabuloso is gonna be able to pop before they can even come in. I don't know. They're building really fast. Trupo's up on Engineer now. Hurricane Watch needs to be building right now, and they need to push as soon as they have. They don't have a lot of room to spare. Only about 35. I don't know. They've been building all right. They're just getting it now. Fabuloso actually only about 70. And here comes the pop now onto Link. Sentry Gun just gets to level 3 in time. Probably actually not going to get much. Trupo does go down before his gun. Now the Heavy's still out here. 90% for the medic. If Fabuloso can hold on, he's got Link on him. He's so high. He's 99. Does get it off right in time, but it's not going to be enough as they're all just staying on the point. He really had to run and bait the scout in order to get his Uber charge, but it still wasn't enough as everybody else just ran onto that point. Hurricane Watch tied up at 1. This could be the comeback. They lost that first map pretty heavily, but they're seemingly coming back on Metalworks. We'll see how this mid plays out. 18.5 minutes remaining in this half. Ghetto Bird takes a different route from Averted. Saves him a bit of health. Smoka and Nessie meet each other. Nessie ends up falling to Mirpro. And here comes Eddie way up in the air. Smoka is on cue, but he's not really finding the angle he wants. He's going to have to back off Eddie. And now we actually see Fabuloso's very low, or very aggressive as they're getting a lot of frags. Reflecto went down, but that was about it for Evil. They're still chasing. Q is at 13 health. He needs to back off. If he can live here, he's still got pipes all around him. A scout goes down. Averted doing a great job with these pipes, just protecting his medic. He's got 2, but he does end up falling right as Nessie arrives. They got a good number of frags, though. Averted died in the end, but he did a good job protecting his medic. As long as Q doesn't get over aggressive here and die. Oh, but I feel like he might. He has 100%. Both supercharges are going to get popped off, so they're fine for now. Eddie gets the flash and gets the pack, so he's not as low as he was for a minute. And Fabuloso actually looking to be the one in trouble. He finds the pack. He should be fine to get out. Actually doesn't get the pack. Chooses instead to just run as fast as he can away from the red players. Probably a smart move, as now the Savior's charging forward. Nessie as well jumping up. Eddie looks for something on the point. Trupo a little bit out of position, I think. He's not really with his team. Nessie could say the same as well. Q ends up doing down no all the way in the back. Unfortunate for them. Smoka. Oh, this is not going well at all now anymore. Averted and Savior. Only players alive. It's only the Savior. 1 versus 3. We'll see what he can do. He dies. Trupo picks him up on the 2K. To the left. They're not leaving anybody to cap. I guess Lean Smoka could cap. Trupo. Oh, they don't need to cap mid. Alright, I'm smart. No, they're capping up second. They're going to be pushing last with a large Uber advantage. Over 50%. Link's up on Sniper. He needs a miracle here. He's got to drop somebody. Trupo pressuring in anytime they're ready. Savior's on Engineer. I don't know if he has time for Engineer. Is he have enough metal? Alright, it's level 2. He has time. Here comes the pop, however. Already 90% for Q, though. They took that really slowly, and Trupo gets sniped very early. Ghetto Bird as well. They've only got the sentry gun so far. Way up in the air. Reflecto trying to do some damage, but he looks like he's just going to fall to Savior. What a terrible push. They wasted so much time. Q didn't even have to pop in that. What even just went down? Oh my gosh, devastation. They lost their demo, I think, to a sticky trap. Then they got sniped as well. They started that push 4v6. It went terribly. They only got the sentry gun. Didn't even force Q, so this is going to be a very strong potential for Hurricane Watch. We'll see what they can get. If they can capitalize off of this, they'll probably get mid. They just need to keep pushing forward, keep bullying their way in. They have Uber ad. They can afford to do this, and it looks like Evil are going to give them the respect. They're backing off. Already 75% for Fabuloso, though. Fabulosa. Hurricane Watch aren't done with their push just yet, although Fabulosa's at 100%. They're popping forward. Even Ubers as they do come in here now. Mirpro does go down. First one to fall, Averted also, however, ends up dying, and they're probably just going to have to back off. Q doesn't really look like he likes this position, but actually Trupo dies, and they seem to be in a bit of a decent position. They're charging forward now. It's just the scouts kind of coming in here. They do pick up Smoka. And this could be good. The demo man. But oh no, Reflecto's way in. He's on Q, but he does save himself. Only picks up Link for that. Nessie keeping the medic alive. Q was very scary health there in the red. Fabuloso died, he lived, but he's still at a fairly decent Uber disadvantage. We'll see if they can pop forward this. 100% now for Q. 80 for Fabuloso, though. Mirpro is on Sniper. Exact same as we saw at a Link. We'll see if he can hit the same shot that Link did. No Engineer. Looks like they're not even going to push with that ad. Because Fabuloso's already gotten up to 100%, so. Alright, Link ends up dying over on the flank to Smoka. So with one down, this gives Evil a little bit of room. They look like they're going to be aggressing with Mirpro. Oh, he's got a nice angle here. He sees Nessie. Takes the shot. Does miss it, though. Doesn't really see anything. Doesn't like this at all. Backs off as it's now full strength. Reflecto's checking stuff out on Spy. He's going to see that Link's coming up on Sniper. Alright, that's the information I'm assuming he got. Here he is, Link, looking for a play. Link versus, it looks like Trupo is now on Sniper. They've decided to switch which scout's playing Sniper, and Trupo does get averted. That's the demo man. That's a big pick. Probably going to see Evil go for something here. I would be very surprised if they didn't. Extremely tight angle. Link not able to compete with that, as now they're pushing forward. They might pop in with this. I wouldn't be surprised. Kind of looks like they want to. They pick up Link, and yeah, they are coming in now. They get the force off a Q as well, but looks like most of blue. Oh no, on last Eddie. He's standing here, but he's so low. Does end up dying. Trades for Trupo, but they're still on it. Hurricane Watch take the lead for the first time in this game. Excellent job by Hurricane Watch scouts to just get on that point. I didn't see the back cap happening, but it did end up coming out. And am I crashing here? No, I think we're just in a pause. So, interesting how that went down. Hurricane Watch up 2-1. I wonder if they're pausing. I wonder if anybody on Evil are, like, having connection issues. Not really. Smoka's got 89, but that's not terrible. Can I jump around? I can. Shame this is where the pause would happen. Can't really say much. Because we could say which demo looks like he's doing the best rollout so far. Let's see. We've got Averted here. And, Ghetto Bird. Well, Averted already has his next sticky down. Can look at Roamers as well. Or Pockets, sorry. Nessie's much farther forward than, is this the Pocket Smoka? Yeah. Other than that, though, I don't know. We're just waiting for this pause to come undone. You can see Mir Pro with a nice unusual. He had an unusual hat too. I think he still does. It's just not showing up in the STV. We can check. Yep. Scorching Flames. So as we wait for this 2-1, I'm very surprised by that, actually. Hurricane Watch. Maybe this is their map. This could be when they come back. We can look at chat. We haven't done that yet. Spy. Avertids is so good. He has been playing really well. Seeing a lot of great pipes. Good house. Not a lot of smack talk. Man, usually with open games, you get a lot of just toxicity and cancer, but not with these teams. Kind of unfortunate for me. 20 minutes in, including the pause time. Looks like there's over an hour in this match, so it's not done yet, kids. Can I make this box bigger to see how much time there is? No, I guess I could look it up on the thing, but then I'd have to see the score. And again, I don't remember the score. Where even is my mouse now? Alright, I found it. We can look at points. 2 dominations from the Savior. He's been playing really well. Mir Pro, Trupo, both got 1. Nessie with 1. Dominations, of course, don't mean anything at all, but we don't have real stats, so all we can really look at is dominations, score, and ping. Who's got the best ping right now? It looks like the Savior. That would explain his 2 dominations. Worst ping is Smoka. Hey, we're back. Fantastic. Is this thing ever gonna go off my screen? Yes. Alright, 4th mid fight of the map here on Metalworks. We're back into it. We'll see who decides to get aggressive first. Ghetto Bird's taking a little bit of spam, and Eddie's already kind of up on here, but here comes Smoka. He's trying to do something. Reflecto also. Mir Pro gonna be the first one to go now, actually. Q is a little bit of trouble. He's got Trupo on him. He's trying to dodge the best he can. It seems not taking him out. Finally, they do take down Trupo. He wasn't able to continue and get that frag. Fabulosa's already way out, and Lean Smoke is the only one still on this mid. Absolutely everybody looking at him. He's not going to get anything there, and that's going to be Hurricane Watch again. Taking this mid, they're really pulling it back. This is, I think, kind of the unexpectedness that some people were expecting from these two teams. Hurricane Watch, the upset from the first round, and every Villainous Lemons looked a little weak in that first one, so Ghetto Bird actually ends up dying. Trades for Eddie. Strange that he'd bomb in like that. I'm not sure if he expected to die. But I mean, a demo for a soldier, that's alright. I don't know if they should push for this. Eddie spawns I guess they've got a little while. 5-on-5, they're pushing up, and Eddie's going to be in here for the latter half. Both pops are going to come out from both medics here. Nobody ever died in that Medics and Hughes actually very low, juggled up in the air. It's going to get taken down by Smoka, and there's still a lot of players in, but they're all very low. Fabulosa's just standing on that point, and I think that was definitely a poor choice to pop in like that. Is there low time limit or something? Eddie dies, and Link's still in fighting this. They're just throwing their bodies at the point. How much time is left on this? Still 12 minutes. So, pretty bad pop in from that. Did Q die? Yeah, Q died, so he's just at 5% now. Pretty big Uber disadvantage. I really don't understand that push. I guess they had... It was 5v5. Their spawn was a little faster, but, I mean, their spawn still had to walk all the way from, you know, mid. I don't know. I don't agree with that pop in. I think it was a little rushed for no real reason. 12 minutes. It's not like they don't have a lot of time. Maybe just got a little bit too excited. Thought they had more numbers than they did. Either way, they're holding mid and they're at Uber disadvantage. Evil are being very slow about this, however. Doesn't even look like they're pushing. It's a common theme from Evil. I'm not sure if they're just not confident pushing in with like 50 ad, or if they just aren't very good at keeping track of these Ubers. But they're choosing to play it passive. Whether that's a choice or just a lack of knowledge type thing. Strategic choice, or is this a mistake? We'll see. As the game's going to be slowed down for a little bit here. Mirpro's peeking under. It's going to be difficult to see who ends up going in first. Ghetto Birds just seems like he's having fun with stickies, just randomly throwing them and wasting ammo. Now he's setting a real trap, I suppose. He misses one. Hurricane Watch kind of look like they're in position. Yeah, I think Nessie's about to bomb. He got his buff. But they're kind of looking at him now. Didn't really work out as they wanted. So they're just going to retreat on that idea. Spamming to the left. Yes. I don't know. Savior potentially? Here he comes. The soldier bombing in. Gets destroyed. Eddie finds nothing but a rocket to the face as he tried to bomb in there. Mirpro potentially looking in. No, doesn't look like it. Here Reflecto looks like he's a little bit low if he wanted to go in and try something. Still spamming these pipes back and forth. It's just whichever demo can throw the most ammo on the ground gets a medal at the end of the match, so they're just trying to do that. Spamming through the corridors. No off classes at the moment. Soldier bombed in. Could have seen him come up on Spy or Sniper. But staying with that soldier class. Still waiting. Eddie potentially looks like he might want to jump in if he gets a buff, or Nessie. Eddie jumped in last time, although I think this time it could be Nessie. No, Nessie's distracting, and Eddie comes in with the bomb. Fabulosa surfs it beautifully, however, and Trupo takes him down fairly easily. Now we could see Evil push off this. I think they might. They kind of look like they will. Here comes the pop out of Fabulosa right as Ghetto Bird goes down. Ghetto Bird's been dying a lot at the beginning of Uber charges, I've noticed now, and Nessie's Uber is a little bit better, but oh no, the soldier's in behind. Does get spotted out, averted, does take him down, so Reflecto not going to be getting anything. Mirpro also ends up dying. It's a 3-on-6 at the moment, so this should be fairly easy for Hurricane Watches. Most of Evil are deciding to back out with this. Opting for a stronghold on last. They don't want to lose their med. Definitely the smart decision. They'd lost too many. Call to get out was made, and it's definitely the right one there. So Hurricane Watch in another point scoring position. It's even Ubers this time. Mirpro's on Engineer. Trupo could go Sniper, but he's kind of needed on Scout to build. We'll see. I don't want to see Hurricane Watch rush this. Their last push, they right off of mid, they rushed it and it went terribly. So hopefully they don't do that again. It's going to be tough to see what they do though. Throw one player in and you never know, Evil could easily push off that. Doesn't always work out for them though. Link looks like he might want to go in, switch to sniper. Link really looks like he wants to find some opening to run in. Eddie looks like he wants to distract, but there's really nobody over here. Oh, Nessie could go in. Trupo's up on sniper now. They had a spy for a second. They were looking to see what they had. Here comes Link now. In with the sack. Does get the body shot out of Trupo. Now Reflecto looks like he wants to go in for a counter sack. He's down below. Did Eddie see that? I don't think he did. Oh, maybe he did get called. Yeah, Eddie's going to be able to collapse in on him and takes down Reflecto. Link's coming up on sniper now, as I suspected. We'll see if they push. There's 15 seconds on Reflecto's respawn timer. They could push this 5v6, honestly. Maybe if Link had come up on scout. I don't know, yeah. Coming up on sniper is going to be walking forward here. I'm not sure if anybody checked if there was a sniper. They should expect it. I mean, Link suicides in. Yeah, Reflecto spawns on spy. It's check. First looks for spy. Now he looks for sniper. He sees it. So he's going to switch back to soldier. Nessie's doing this sort of distracting thing again. Where is the sniper for the red team? Here he is. Link. Looking forward. I think he knows Reflecto's way up here. Deciding to go back for a buff and same spot. Oh, he could go really aggressive left. He's thinking about it, but there's a little bit of spam being thrown over here. Oh, he's got a good angle on a couple of players. Doesn't hit the killing blow. I think he got an almost fully charged body shot on a Trupo, but he had a buff, so he's fine. Oh, gets the shot onto Ghetto Bird. That's Demo Man. That's a big pick. They could easily push off that. I would expect them to. Here come Hurricane Watch now, leading on Nessie as Overcharge gets popped off. The Sentry Gun, however, they've struggled with this in the past. Finally is going to be taken down as they bring the Demo in, but they've lost a lot of time. Still, Fabulosa just popping now. Savior going to go down fairly easily, and Averted also looks like he's in a tough spot. There goes Q as well. The Heavy's out, and they haven't really gotten any frags on this that they need. Here comes the soldiers. They're bombing, and they're looking for something. It's only Link alive. As Savior just spawns. They got the medic. That's what they needed. Soldier coordinated those bombs at the end, and it worked out for them. Savior actually in a little no, not going to commit to that. So, oh man, Hurricane Watch have just had such trouble taking down sentry guns on last. It's been a common problem. They do finally bring in Demo Men, but they keep bringing in only one soldier, and then they just waste so much time because Evil's been doing a great job. They just stand behind the gun and they repair it. It's like, it takes so long to take down a gun when you're just spamming it with a single soldier. If you bring in a demo, or if you kind of approach from a different angle or a closer angle, or you kill the engineer, there's a couple different ways to deal with it, but Hurricane Watch, they just can't find it. They pop in on a soldier that's only the soldier. He tries to shoot down the gun, but he can't do it by himself. Not just by shooting at it, at least, so we'll see. Hopefully Hurricane Watch can, they have add. It's about 10%. I don't know. We're probably actually just going to see the game slow down once again. Here comes the bomb in. Very quickly in from Eddie. Looks for something. Doesn't get it. Trupo shoots him down. Now we'll see if the counter sack comes out from Evil, or if they just push off this, potentially. They look like they kind of want to go under. They look like they kind of just want to go. Here comes Smoka. He's up in the air, but Nessie's also in. I think he might be a little over aggressive. Does fall. Savior as well. The pop comes out from both teams, but Q's team is a little bit low. Link's, I think, staying in longer than he should. Q forced to abandon him, and actually Averted ends up going down. Q's still a little bit alone. He's got Eddie on him now. Reflecto ends up dying to Link in the back lines, but that's nothing too big as he dies for it as well. So only 2 alive at the end of that. They do just get 2 spawns right there in the forwards, so that's alright, I suppose. Averted also going to get forward spawns. Not going to be the same for Link, however. Eddie wisely backing off. He was very forward. And now again, slight ad for Evil, but not really. They just, you know, Hurricane Watch, they sent one in, and Evil took that as an opportunity. Eddie goes down now to Smoka, but they have a heavy right here. Link, Smoka not expecting that. The demo also just getting him. Ghetto staying alive. Nessie also ended up falling, and a Scout's still in fighting this as well. Q's way back at last, and they don't have a lot of players alive. I don't think they should have bled that many. It's only a Demo and Medic. I guess if you only have 2 players alive, those are the 2 to have, but here comes Reflecto on the point already. Demo Man doing something. They pop their overcharge now, and they're just going to be trying to stand on this point as long as they can, delay this capture so they can get some spawns in. They now have 5. It's a 5-on-6 as they're waiting for Savior to respawn, but here comes Reflecto once again jumping on the point. The Heavy goes down. Eddie's trying to do something, but he does just die. The Medic Q standing over some stickies, only one on the point now. Savior as well. Trugo also Ghetto Bird. Here comes the bomb in from the Soldier, and Smoke is not going to be able to do it. That's going to be it. 2-2. Smoka just barely stands on the point and finishes off the cap. It's a tie game with 2 seconds remaining in the half. Wow, that was quite the half. Ending 2-2. 2 seconds. I like that. Very, very close. That last push was almost in Hurricane Watch's grasp. They almost held that, but just at the end they weren't able to. 2 more seconds and they would have been able to hold it and not lose a point. But this is very good for Hurricane Watch. I mean, the last half they went into 3-0 down. So 2-2, that's a big improvement. And they were in the lead for when it was 2-1. I believe they lost the first round, picked up 2, and then lost the second, and lost the fourth. So it's, yeah, they could definitely come back with this. Following that trend, we would see Hurricane Watch go up 3-2. Every villainous lemons go, I guess it'd be tied 4-4 eventually. Then Hurricane Watch. Okay, following that trend, Hurricane Watch still lose. But probably won't follow that trend. I don't know. This is winnable for Hurricane Watch. Every villain lemons looking a lot more shaky on this map.
The control point is being captured.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them maybe choking here. Again, no chats happening here. Foss will BRB. That was the pause at the beginning of the third half. Or third round, rather. 2 seconds. I've never seen it that low. About 2 seconds remaining in this half. The players had to know that. They were really just giving it their all to that last. I was afraid, and you know, Hurricane Watch, they bled a lot of players in. I guess the timer was a factor. They wanted to slow them down as much as they could, but it wasn't enough in the end. A great play by Evil to push in. At all times, they had a player ad. And they played it really smart. They ended up winning the point. So you watch Mirpo do laps around the metal structure. Oh, as I say that, he kind of takes a different route. 100 points for Fabulosa. He's been playing pretty well. Q, I think I say Q is dying a lot on the last map, and I still stick with that. That he's dying more than Fabulosa, but I think it's a lot of time just because of his team over-aggressing a little bit, leaving him in the dust. He ends up kind of lost and alone a lot of the time, not really sure if he should commit with his team or if he should back off, and he kind of just does neither and ends up getting himself killed, so I don't know. I feel like Q dying is still a problem for their team. They definitely are doing better than they were on Badlands with keeping Q alive. And they're winning these mids too. They're winning a lot of the mids, and they're able to roll it to last. Like, they're keeping their med alive. They're killing Fabulosa. Both teams are playing this really, really well. And I'd like to see Hurricane take this just so we see a third map. Also, because, you know, underdogs. Always fun to see. Is that going to be it? That is going to be it. So the ready-ups have come out from every player. Starting the second half. 2-2 tie on the second map. Every villain is lemons. Won the first map 5-1, I believe. I think. Pretty sure. Here they come to the first mid-fight of the half. Everybody getting here at the same time. Now averted. A little bit low, but here comes Eddie now with the bomb. Not finding much, actually. Players at his back. Chupo takes him down. Mirpo and Smoka also going to fall, however, for the other team. Ghetto Bird looking very low, fighting Savior in the 1v1, but a lot of red players have gone down as well. This is not looking good at all for Evil. Trupo actually going pretty good here. Takes down Nessie, and he's on Savior as well on a 3K. Getting the only frags for his team so far. Trupo absolutely carrying so far. Not enough. His team still lost that mid. He was only able to pick up 3, but still, it's 3 more than any other player on his team. As now they're charging forward here. Trupo still alive and in the back. They're looking out for him. Link, you can see him watching behind, and here he's on the medic. No Q. Drops the charge. Trupo. That was his 4th kill. That life, technically still from the mid. Beautiful work there in the beginning of this second half rather. Fabuloso needs to be careful, however. Eddie potentially looking for something, but meets Smoka instead. Mirpro ends up dying. Standing on the point. It looks like Hurricane Watch are actually going to be able to hold this. I don't know. They're down a couple players. They don't have a lot of health. They don't have Uber ad. They shouldn't hold this. It's just taking a while for Evil to break out, and I don't know. They have almost 100% ad. They have to come out and take this, right? Yeah, they're going to pop for it, though. And here comes Smoka. They're not going to be able to kill it as Smoka kind of messes up his jump. Nessie also was in, but he's going to be able to get out. Really bad pop. Kind of awkward, I think, coming out of Evil. Not sure what the thought process was there. Maybe they thought they could get the medic, but Soldier kind of just messed up his jump and didn't work out for them in the end. Savior potentially going under for something, but he gets spotted out. Deciding to go over to the left instead, maybe. And both teams going to be building as fast as they can. Again, small 20% ad for Hurricane Watch, but they tend not to push off these small advantages. We'll see, though. Eddie looking forward. It looks like they are this time as they're just pressuring him out. Evil or... Oh, no, they did get forced by Smoka, who was in behind. It's exactly how Evil wanted to play this, and now they have their Uber charge. They're going to pop forward. They get down the Savior very quickly. Q's in trouble. He does die. Eddie as well. The bombs are coming out. Ghetto Bird and Reflecto both getting some, but Nessie's in behind, actually. Averta picks up one as well. Fabulosa died to Nessie. Oh, no. This was going so well for them, but they just lose a couple. Both medics go down. Q's going to spawn a little bit faster, and the stickies from Averted. Man, standing on the point now, Mirpro actually might even get forced off here as most of Hurricane Watch are coming out. They are going to have to send him back. So, wow, what a fight there. Hurricane Watch pushed off their advantage, but excellent job by Evil sending a soldier to hide. They're still initiating, however, it looks like. Q dies, though, in that. Oh, no, this keeps happening. Averted also, but Fabulosa dies to Savior. Oh, that's a big one. Eddie now trying to take on Trupo, standing on the point. Doesn't end up managing to do it. It's only 2 versus 2 at the moment. It's Scout and Soldier versus double Scout. Savior ends up dying. It's all on Link now. It's in a 1v1 against Trupo, but there's still a soldier here. 1-on-1. Smoka is the victor. Twinkle Toes. He ends up winning that. Only player alive in the 2v2. His prize is keeping second. Opting not to push out onto mid. Probably the smart idea, as there's a lot of players here now. And we're going to see a reset. Evil have about almost 15% ad. Probably aren't going to push off that. Although last time I said that the team pushed anyways, so who knows? Who knows? Either way, they're going to be building as fast as they can. And now it's Fabuloso. Fabulosa comes up to 100% Uber charge. They're going to be looking for some sort of a sack. 97 skews. Oh, there goes Smoke, actually. The sticky trap averted. That could easily prompt something to come out of Hurricane Watch. You got the Uber charge, actually. Is Nessie kind of messing up this jump, getting kind of stuffed in there. Fabulosa's forcing to pop, just flash around. Nessie's now unubered, however, and he's in a lot of trouble here. Trupo goes down. Again, Reflecto's in position. He takes down Q very well here. Q keeps on dying. This is what I'm talking about. Savior goes down. Now in behind. Reflecto is very low. They're going to have to watch out for him still, though. He's in a 1v1. Actually takes down Eddie with a nice shot, so he's still going to be a problem. They're going to take second for it, but huge Uber disadvantage. Again, this isn't going to be easy for them. Nessie, Reflecto is just not letting anybody come back through this corner for him. Now, however, Link is going to come in. He's finding him, and this is probably... No, he gets Link as well! Reflecto! Reflecto on a 5K. What is he doing? Nobody can stop this man. How many have they sent back for him? Finally, the Savior able to do something here, but they've given up so many players. What is Reflecto doing? The Savior now dies for that as well to Smoka. And now up in the air, the Demo Man able to connect onto Eddie. Jesus, Reflecto was behind for so long. So many players got sent back to deal with him, and he killed all of them. So many beautiful directs. Nessie now in the same position. Can he also go on a 5K? He's going to be bombing the combo now, looking for something. Gets the force off on a Fabulosa. That's pretty good, too. That's definitely great. That's going to put Q at a huge Uber advantage as long as he stays alive. That is... They're not even pushing into second. They don't want to. Mirpro kind of looks like he might be, but none of his team's with him, and he's on a 2v1 against some scouts. Finally, Smoker going to come in as blue scouts aren't able to connect those shots, but no, Reflecto is in. Not happening for him this time. Nobody said anything. All right, here comes another soldier bomb, though. Still, Smoka wants to kill Q, and that's going to be the pause coming out. 2 soldiers sacked in, try to get the kill onto Q, but Q's been staying alive all right this time. He's at 99 health. Currently falling to the floor, but he's fine. He'll be able to connect back up with his team. 100% ad for him at the moment. Fabulosa not even healing yet. So, yeah, this is definitely... We're probably just going to see Hurricane Watch push in. They've got 2-man advantage. 100% Uber charge. Ghetto Bird... Probably just going to kind of play as passive as possible while still watching these stickies. Fabulosa probably going to connect onto Mirpro and back up. Trupo probably just going to kind of wait around here, wait for his team, follow them up. I would assume we're going to have to wait for Q to walk back up here. Probably push with all of his living teammates. Where's the other one? Oh, Nessie's in here. So he's going to have to catch up, but... Yeah, I'm not sure what this pause is for. We can take a look at the guy we've been following. Mirpro. I just like staying on one person so that we don't get confused with who doesn't have a name tag. We can't track him through walls and stuff. It's probably something I could do to get all 6 players tracking. I don't know, though. I think it's fine if one of the players is not seen through walls. We've only got like a week left of playoffs, so then we go into next season. Aren't you excited for next season? I am. Is everybody on Hurricane Watch in the air? I think they are. I think everybody on Hurricane Watch is currently in the air. They are. What about Evil? I don't think Ghetto Bird is in the air. I don't think any of them are in the air. Alright, 2 of them are dead. But still, 4 players. It's something. I do like Metalworks as a map myself. I like it more than Badlands. To cast, at least. Badlands is kind of awkward to cast because flank and combo are so weirdly away from each other from second to mid. This one is pretty good. They're just kind of right here. Maybe not on mid side, but still, it's just in a wall at a wall. Pretty much fine. Everybody tends to be sort of somewhat clumped together. What was the pause for last time? I think one of their players just kind of left for some reason. Had to use the bathroom, was being yelled at or something. Still 2-2 in the second half. No points scored in the second half just yet. Can't see how much time's passed. Well, we can see there's more than 15 minutes left. We can say that. So I don't know exactly how long this map is because it's not long enough to see. Match total is an hour or something. We're 47.5 minutes in. That includes pauses. You can probably just check the YouTube video. I can't. I don't know how long it's going to be yet. Holding tab. Yeah. Trupo, I mean, we've seen big plays coming out of every villain's lemons so far in this half. Like Trupo on mid getting the 3K. And then just Reflecto. Was it Reflecto? I think so. He went behind and killed everybody that was thrown at him. He was on a 5K. I'm not sure if the 5 were all from people that were being thrown at him, but at least 3 or 4 were. Finally, the unpause happens here. Can you actually warn us this time? Alright. Here they come now. Nessie looks to be aggressive onto Ghetto Bird, and this could be kind of bad as he's just sort of jumping away now. Does look like he's going to be fine, though. I think my HUD's going to be broken for a little while, which will also be fun. Yes, it is. Still, though, we'll see how this ends up going. This is just going to be, again, Nessie's now pushing in. They're going to have huge ads still. They've got to. It's not going to be 100-0 like my HUD says, but I think Mirpro is in behind. Yeah, Nessie going to clean him up. Not going to get anything, unfortunately. They're going to cap us up fairly easily, I think. They're not going to see much contention. They should still have ad as they push last as well. They have, I think, a player ad as well. What's Ghetto Bird at? Oh, no, he's on a... Or, not Ghetto Bird, but Fabulosa is at 100 already. So they're going to be popping in here. They should get their spawn any minute now. Evil. Both pops are going to get popped off. The demo was standing on the point for a little while. Q's a little bit out of position. Trupo does find the back of him. Shoots him up through the air. And he got another one as well onto Averted. This is not going well for them as well. Eddie's going to be jumping onto the point, but it's not going to be enough. Does end up just dying there. I don't think there's any players alive left. Savior. He's hiding. Oh, he was seen. He needs to be able to get on this and save it. No. Reflecto was just sitting there waiting. Baiting him in there. Meanwhile, Mirpro was up here capping the point, so that's going to be second back in favor. And I believe Q's going to be at a bit of a disadvantage. This is what I say. After all these fights, Q's in just such a bad position. He ends up dying. Reflecto's going to be jumping in now. Nessie's a bit trouble. Does end up dying. Misses the air shot, and Smoka claims the kill on him. To the left. Averted sticking up this point. We'll see. What's his uber charge now? 65. Actually, Smoka gets down by the trap right as the pop comes in. Not sure I agree with this uber charge. They're going to try to do their best with it, and they're probably going to get the point. Maybe not even. Eddie kind of looks like he wants to contest it. He's got Q on him. No, he's taking a lot of damage. He really shouldn't. They pick up Trupo, however. And now, yeah, it looks like this is going to be them holding the point. Nessie did a good job getting aggressive on his left-hand side, so they're fine. As now they're coming in, looking to push. They should still have ad, I believe, as Hurricane Wash are going to be coming into mid now. And actually, we could see Nessie in a good spot, but doesn't see the scout behind him. Actually, just sitting on his box. Okay, I was going to say, Mirpro, what, did you just get scared? No, but now actually Reflecto's in a really good position. Does end up just dying. He did pick up what he needed, though. Q does die to Smoka in the end. And now it's just going to be the demo man dying to the medic. That's, I think, the first med frag we've seen. Maybe the second, actually, as Fabulosa picks that one up. So now we're going to see the opposite situation. Evil have huge advantage. They're pushing last. There's a sentry gun, but you don't have time for that, Eddie. They're coming in now. They pop the uber charge off. They're going to be trying to get whatever they can. They haven't gotten any frags just yet. Finally, they take down the Savior. They're standing on the point now. No, they have to collapse on it. They take down the demo as well. Now here come the soldiers bombing in. Reflector's on the point. Nobody's stopping him. Everybody was too busy with the players in front of them, and that's going to be 1-0 in the first half. 3-2 total now is every villain is lemons. 20 minutes left in the half. So Hurricane Watch have 20 minutes to tie this game up and not lose any more rounds. Probably also score some more if they want to win. How is my HUD still not fixed? Come on. Here they come, though, onto the mid. Smoke is kind of jumping, but here come the double soldier bomb from the blue team. They're looking for something. Eddie, not really finding much, just dies, and now Smoke is going to be aggressing. Does pick up averted, so this is not going well for Hurricane Watch as all they lose. Nessie as well. Only 3 up. They're going to have to back off. Probably just going to roll this into second. It looks like they've just got so much firepower. Q needs to stay alive here for Ad on last. It's not going to have Ad, but things are going to be even, so that's fine. Both medics should have 100% by now. Link is on Sniper, Savior on Engineer. Now, Link has saved a push before by getting a snipe right as they were pushing in. I believe at the same time, Averted also got one. Here he comes now. Reflecto takes down Averted. That's a pick. They could definitely go in with that. 5v5. They want to go to the left. They are going to be popping in on that demo pick, I think. Yeah, finally, here it comes. And now we'll see how they deal with the sentry gun. They're going to be focusing it rather quickly, and they take it out. It's not being healed. That's the difference. And Q's just going to have to pop all alone on the point. He finally finds the Savior to pop on, and most of Evil have actually gotten out. Trupo's the only one really still in here. He actually gets Link. He's in a bit of a tough spot, though. He can't really stay alive for much longer. No, but there's people on the point. They had to go back for him. Now the rest of the team is re-aggressed into this. Averted does end up dying, and now they're just charging onto the point. Reflecto standing on, and nobody's stopping him. 4-2. Every villain is lemons. That round went by like a breeze, and we're at match point. Hurricane Watch just lost 2 very quick rounds right in a row. The first round wasn't quick, but I mean, the second round was. They need to get their head back in the game, or else they're going to be kicked out of playoffs for good. No chance of getting any money from this tournament, and here they come. Potentially final mid-fight of the game now. Soldier's going to be jumping up in the air. Eddie looking for Smoka, but ends up just finding death himself. Reflecto is in, but he's not going to get anything. This is actually going in favor of the blue team. Here comes Smoka looking for something onto the demo. Does get averted. Nessie now looks to be getting aggressive on his team, but Fabulosa is going to be left alive at the end of this mid with Ghetto Bird. Maybe I spoke too soon. Nessie never stopped running forward. No, Fabulosa is going to be in. Safe and sound in his last, so full uber charge. They could actually get aggressive with this. They look like they want to. Here comes the charge. I'm not really sure what's prompting this, but it is happening now, and just kind of shiny players all around. Blue team are going to have the better uber. Trupo's looking for something, but he can't really find anything. Everybody's shiny. Here comes the Savior now. Picks up Ghetto Bird. They're kind of still going. Sloppy fighting all over the place. Savior now pressing forward, getting a lot of good pressure down. There's still one up. They could go in with this. Go for last. That kind of looks like what they're doing, but they lose Nessie very early. They pick up Mirpro. Eddie goes down, however. It's a 4-on-4. Spawns are coming in 1 second, however, and Link is now on the floor. They're still kind of committing to this. Q's just shooting arrows out. They're standing on the point. They need to get this round in, or else this is not going to be good for them. They're losing a lot of players, however. Q is down. He's still on the ground. He's still surviving, though. Link's on the point. They end up winning that. I didn't think they would. But Hurricane Watch finally get a point in this half. They are making it 4-3. This could be close. Lol. The only thing coming up from Smoka. Here we go. We saw Hurricane. Great response with a quick round of their own. A lot of aggression. That was kind of risky, but it ended up working for them. So we'll see if they can do that again. Here comes Nessie now. Also, Eddie now jumping on to this combo. Does pick up, well, Nessie gets Trupo. Q does end up dying, however. Fabuloso follows very shortly to Nessie. That's definitely a big pick, but all of blue players are dying. It's only the one soldier alive. Nessie not going to be able to do it. 3 alive. Not the medic. One of everything else is they're going to leave Mirpro to cap. Reflecto and Ghetto Bird going to run up to second. A lot of players just spawned. I don't know if they can really afford to take second. I think Hurricane Watch are going to try to contest this. They probably can if they're fast. Yeah, I think most of Evil realize they can't do this. They're going to have to back off. Slow down the game a little bit. Reflecto's going to be able to get out here. So that's fine for now. Hurricane Watch holding their seconds. Even Ubers. Down 4-3. We're again going to see both medics trying to build up their Uber charge. And then we're going to start seeing people go for these bombs. Go for these sacks. Maybe switch to sniper. We'll see. This can be a pretty sniper-friendly map. Haven't really seen a lot of it in this game, though. Reflecto kind of looks like he's ready to come in, but he's going to find Eddie. He's going to ignore him as he dumps a very high bomb onto the combo. Not going to happen. Link does shoot him down fairly easily. He took a lot of damage before he even jumped there, so that wasn't going to work out for him. Eddie goes down. I don't know, 5-on-5 at the moment. They're going to have spawn advantage here. Evil as they get Reflecto up. So they technically have one-man ad. Trupo looking to kind of go in, but not really. Eddie just going to be spawning now at his full strength. Pistols being spammed here by the scout. Savior looking for maybe something, but no, not today. %. Both medics. Looking for an opening. Keep an eye on the roamers. Keep an eye on the scouts. Here comes Reflecto now jumping in. Looking for Q. He got one, but not able to follow it up. Link cleans them up. Q hides in the shutter very nicely there. Eddie went for the counter sack, but Mirpro went down actually. It's a 5-on-4. This is pushing potential. They did a good job there coordinating with the roamer, and here they come. Nessie now going to be leading this charge. I wonder if they're going to pop off this Uber charge. They're actually going to get the force out of red team. Still no pop coming out of Q. They're just kind of baiting this. Excellent job. Now they're going to be re-aggressing now that the red Uber charge has faded. Savior's in a 1v1. He loses it to Trupo. Understandably, here they come. Still have not popped off the Uber charge. Finally, it goes off as Trupo dies to Link. Here they come now. They lost the Savior. Of course, in that. Eddie also going to fall, however, to Smoka. Nessie looking for something. The scout is on him. He needs to hit these shots. He's not doing it. Ghetto Bird's going to come out, and so many players ended up dying from Hurricane Watch. I'm not really sure what happened with them there. They had a much better Uber, and they're actually going to be at a fairly big Uber disadvantage now. About 25%. This isn't looking good for them at all. Here comes the soldier, though. Reflecto deciding he's just going to back out. He does have that opportunity. Mirpro trades for Link. And it's a 5-on-5. Equal respawns. Here comes the bomb in immediately from Reflecto, following up with his team. The counter bomb actually coming up from Nessie from behind. Eddie picks up Ghetto Bird, but Q goes down very early in this fight. Eddie shortly to follow. This is not looking good. If they can keep their medic alive, which it really looks like they will, because he's already just capping, this could be a very easy point. This is to end the game. This is to send them into the semifinals. Evil looking to end it right here. Are they going to push right now with player ad? Looks like that's what they're going to do. Link's on heavy. Savior's trying to block this point, but there's a lot of people on it. He can't stand on it forever. Q's jumping for it. That's gonna be it. The game ends 5-3. And Hurricane Watch are knocked out of playoffs. Evil gets sent up to the semifinals. That's all the semifinal matches casted now from me. Tomorrow I should be casting, that's all the quarterfinals casted by me. Tomorrow I should be casting semis. Not sure about the next day. Yeah, we should just be casting semis and round ones for the next couple of days. Some live, some not live. Hopefully it should all go pretty well. So thank you very much for watching. Mine is Corpop16. Sorry about the kind of crappy uploads these casts have been coming in at. But they're all going to go up. So that's the upside. And we'll see you next time.